All right, one other thing, this is from the Daily Wire. Flying car prototypes are starting to take off. Science fiction is one step closer to reality as several companies debut working prototypes for flying cars. The American startup Aska showed off its A5 model at the 2023 Consumer Electronics Show. The A5 is an electric vertical takeoff and landing vehicle roughly the size of a standard SUV that is reportedly capable of driving at 70 miles per hour on the road and flying at speeds of up to 150 miles per hour. All I want to say about this is that the flying car thing, you know, it's the kind of thing that you think sounds really great and cool when you're a kid, before you're able to drive yourself. And then you get a license and you get out on the roads and you realize what a terrible idea this would actually be. Because the vast majority of people can't drive on the ground, let alone driving in the sky. It's amazing that most Americans drive every day for decades and yet never figure out how to do it. I mean, the roads are infested with people behind, they're driving these big chunks of metal, 70 miles per hour, and they're just sitting behind the wheel. They have no idea what they're doing or anything. How can you do something every day and yet not know how to do it? But this is the case. Just yesterday, I was, one example of somebody sitting at a typical experience, sitting at a stoplight. I'm in the right-hand lane. It's a turn lane, turn-only lane. There's one car in front of me. And as always, that car is just sitting there at the red light. There are no cars coming the other direction. He's sitting there at the red light, pondering the mysteries of the universe, rather than turning, which you can do. You can turn on red. I mean, are there any states left in the United States of America where you can't turn right on red? Does that exist anywhere? How is it that people still aren't acquainted with this rule? I'm pretty sure every state in the union, if you can turn right on red, unless there's a sign saying otherwise. So this guy isn't turning. I'm beeping at him. He still isn't going. Finally, we get a green. He turns. Then as I'm going up to take my turn to turn, it's a green now. A car that is not in the turn lane turns right in front of me. So cars that are supposed to turn right aren't. Cars that aren't supposed to turn right are. And why did the guy do that? Well, because he was not in the turn-only lane. He realized at the last minute he wasn't in the lane. Well, okay, read the signs and you wouldn't have this problem. Or if you missed, just go to the next intersection, turn right there, hook up with the path you wanted to take. It's an extra 45 seconds. So you can take the extra 45 seconds or risk a car accident. This is a calculation people make. It's like when they're about to miss the exit, so they veer across 4 lanes of traffic. You could die. Like you might die doing that. Or just take an extra 45 seconds, take the exit that's take one exit up and flip around. A couple extra minutes. You got people in cars saying, I would rather be dead and possibly kill like 15 other people instead of taking a couple extra minutes because I missed my exit. Anyway, my point simply is, we do not need to give these people planes. That's all I'm trying to say.